They're coming to get you.
The persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
The Fear Central Radio Show.
Hey, fellow horror fans, welcome to the Fear Central Radio Show. I am your host, Mike, and we're all here again, so we'll just go around with introductions, starting this way.
Paul.
Katie.
Heather.
Chris.
All right, so awesome. So we are continuing.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Our host of the evening.
Oh, I'm the ghost with the most.
No, that's Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Beetle guys.
You will never be Michael Keegan. Sorry, Harley.
I am Mr. Mom. What are you talking about?
No.
I bet there were so many people who said that to Christian Bale.
Yeah, true.
You will never be Michael Keaton.
You will never be
Michael Keaton. Damn it.
That's okay. I don't mind. It's not a car. But we are continuing our watch and review, and this week was Katie's pick. And so, you know, we did Hell, Baby.
I am so scarred in so many ways.
Hell, baby.
Yes, but it was in a good way.
Okay.
It
I
really
don't know
was.
if it was in a good way.
It
I
was,
just know
totally
that I'm
was.
scarred.
Okay, so here's what IMDb says.
IMDb.
An expected couple who moves into the most haunted house in New Orleans call upon the services of the Vatican elite exorcism team to save them from a demonic baby.
Dun, dun, dun.
Demonic baby.
There's a whole lot that leaves out.
Leaves out. Okay.
Well, the
Yeah.
movie is all over the place. So.
IMDb
really
gave it a
is.
4.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Metascore gave it a 41.
Yep. Rotten Tomatoes has got to be lower than that. I remember it being pretty
They
low.
don't have Rotten Tomatoes on here. Let me see.
I remember it being very low.
Very low.
Because honestly, we bought that Blu-ray for $2.
Oh, well, there you go.
We've gotten lots of that.
Right?
It is definitely one that I will watch again.
I never seen
I
Paul
enjoyed
laugh
it.
so much, so
Oh, it got a
hard.
32.
It was
did it?
ridiculous.
Yes, it got 30 for 2%. It got a 2 out of 4 on Roger Ebert.
Ebert sucks.
Ebert.
We don't listen to
Pretty
Ebert.
high. That's pretty high.
That's pretty high, though. That's like a
half.
half. That's like 50%. That's pretty good for,
Mr. Ebert.
Maybe if it didn't have the po' boy scenes, it would get a
Maybe.
get eye up.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe
God,
he's
I
allergic.
never
Wow.
knew somebody could have so much orgasms eating a sandwich.
Wow.
You've never had a good sandwich then.
Well, I did have muffalata, so
You did have my muffaletta.
yeah.
Okay, so this was directed and written by
Thomas Lennon and
Robert Ben Garant
Yes.
and Thomas Lennon. Mhm.
Which are known to people from Reno 911. They also wrote the Night at the Museum movies and Herbie,
Okay.
Fully Loaded.
Okay.
All right.
Didn't know.
Starring Rob
Corddry.
Corddry. I was like, how do you
They
say
got
that?
from Hot Tub Time Machine
I knew that's what I was like,
Oh, yeah.
and Children's Hospital.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
because he went back and started Yahoo
Yeah, you
and
did.
became Vince Neil. Mm-hmm. And
He's a dreamer.
Leslie Bibb,
Yes.
Alex Berg. That's all they have listed without clicking a button.
Oh, Keegan-Michael Key.
Keegan-Michael Key, they didn't list beforehand.
I know.
He makes that movie.
Well, I was trying to get to the bathroom by tiptoeing, I
I know what you'd like to say. I don't want to think about Fresnel pleasuring himself in my crawl
Crawl
space.
space. Yeah.
So you were sleeping in my crawl space? Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
My goodness, yes.
No, see, it doesn't work from in there. You can only get in and out, and it functions only from the outside.
It's like
Yeah.
this door, this
And
window,
anytime of day
this
or
window
night.
really sticks from the inside, but it is really easy to open up any time of day.
We've got to get that window fixed.
Garant said that the last couple of minutes of the film were mostly improvised.
You can tell.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was totally worth it.
Fresnel, hello.
That is one of the best lines.
Yeah.
Ricky Lindham, Marjorie,
Yes.
chose to go full frontal in the shower scene where she's introduced. She's good friends with Garant and Lennon, as well as the main cast. I just like them all. That's why I went naked.
Well,
She's naked for like almost a full 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets real close to Rob, and she hugs Key.
Yeah. And she rubs lotion on
Rob Corddry.
Rob Corddry.
Mike, you haven't.
With octopus placenta in it. So.
Yes.
Y'all gotten a few laughs out of it, but did you know that the two cops that were played by Rob Hubel and Paul Scheer, their name tags on their jerseys or their shirts was each other's real last name?
Really? Cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the two actors are also 2/3 of the comedy sketch show known as Human Giant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Human Giant.
Yeah.
So if you can't gather, this is a horror comedy.
It's very funny.
And I was discussing with Paul a little bit ago. I was like, I don't know if it's parody, but I would call it more satire myself, because it wasn't straight up parody like Scream is
satire to me. Like, I don't consider that one parody.
Right.
This one was Scary Movie. I would think that's like straight up parody.
This was definitely not just a parody. I mean, it pulled in different aspects of other movies, Rosemary's Baby, and
I wonder if we've diluted the meaning of parody, because in general, parody movies, like Airplane has a plot.
Right.
Like, you can watch the movie, it has a plot go through.
Mm-hmm.
Scary Movie does not.
No.
Like, it just meanders from, like hit after hit imitation parodies.
Well, and this one, I mean, it had a plot. It wasn't the best plot,
Right.
but it did have a plot. And
it gets sidetracked very easy.
I kind of feel like that's what happens in my mind. Like, that movie is what goes on in my brain.
It feels a lot like...
I think the doctor needs to up your medication, honey.
It feels a lot like how my friends and I riff. Like, if we just start shooting the shit and joking around or whatever.
Yes.
This is exactly how we joke.
Oh, yeah.
Come out ahead in the horror movie.
I think my favorite part was where the husband and wife were talking about her sister, and she's like, Curly Bear left her. Navajo guy? He stole all her credit cards and the car.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, oh my God,
That's crazy.
Marjorie has credit cards?
To have those, you have to have credits.
You have to have credit.
Well, I think you're safer here than in any of the murder-free places we've ever lived.
Oh, I just love it when he's sitting there and he's telling the whole history. You know, he's like, "Oh, this house was like, what's it called?
I can't remember.
La Maison de Sang.
Yeah, and then what does that translate
House of
to?
Blood.
House of Blood.
House of Blood.
House of Blood.
And then he like goes through the long thing. He's like,
Spanish.
he's like, that sounds beautiful. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
House of the Lost.
The house where the dead do not sleep.
There you go. And so you're saying that there's no recent murders? Well, not in this calendar year.
No.
He's like, yeah, it sounds like it's been years. Oh, I didn't want to say that.
I didn't say that.
At least this calendar year. At least this calendar year.
Well,
okay. Well,
maybe in the past.
So 4
2 weeks and 2 months and 1
2
week.
months
There you go.
and a
Yeah.
week.
2 months and a week.
2 months.
All
and a
I
week.
could do is look at my husband and point, because at this point I'm going, yes, that would be him on every level trying to convince me to buy this house because it's cheap, trying to convince me, oh hey, the sound of this house, no, it doesn't mean anybody's died here, not within the last 5 minutes. What do you mean the children are spitting up blood?
The first joke that got Mike I saw was I noticed was whenever they were talking about the graffiti on the side of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
yes.
Miss 13.
Miss 13.
Oh, Mr. T, that's so
Like,
sweet.
no. That's cute. No, it's a violent gang.
Violent is fine.
It's like, so a violent gang has tagged our house? Yeah, but it's like art, like Banksy. You like it.
You like Banksy?
They're like the biggest gang in the world. But don't tell the Crips that, because
No, don't tell the Crips. Don't be telling the Crips.
oh man, it was actually all shot in New Orleans,
Yes.
so it was all on location.
Woo, New Orleans.
There wasn't a whole lot of location to go to. I mean, it was
just
house,
the house.
and the
The house.
restaurant. Can't forget the sandwich
The
shop.
restaurant, yeah,
Sandwich shop.
and the car
And then
rental
you got the
place,
strip.
the car rental place, and
In the Vatican.
the
Vatican.
office.
Did the restaurant double as the strip clubs?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Possibly.
It was in the back.
It's in New
It's in the
Orleans
back,
so who knows?
You
I
eat
mean,
sandwiches in the front, you get strippers in the back.
there you go.
That's usually
Actually,
how it
Paul,
goes.
the first thing that got me was when they were like, he was trying to carry her in. They look over at the couple and they're just like staring.
Staring at him.
It's like,
couple
Yeah.
white meat people move in, and there goes the neighborhood.
Look, there's some white people moving in that plantation house again.
Oh, I peed on myself. I peed on myself. You guys, give me some tissues. I got some newspaper. She's out cleaning
It's okay.
herself.
She's pregnant a lot. She's been pregnant.
First timers here.
And he picks her up. He picks her up and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I peed a little too."
Okay, we got to see what the parents' guide says.
Oh no!
Wait, before you go,
Before I go there,
the other line that just made me laugh was when they're talking in the shower and she's butt naked and he's got the towel on and she's like, "Wait a minute, I didn't know you were circumcised." He's like, "Really? We never covered that at Thanksgiving?" I thought that is absolutely perfect.
Now, my favorite line of that was the very end where he was trying to get the hell out of the bathroom. He's like, "Jack, you have an erection." Yeah, I get those.
I get those. I get those.
So how are you going to explain this? Well, she started by giving me oral sex, and then I whacked her with a fire. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Sounds like on mouth rape somebody's grandma.
Right?
Mouth rape somebody's grandma. For sex and nudity. An old woman is seen naked on multiple occasions.
Which is clearly some guy in a latex
Yeah.
suit.
Her bare breasts
I'm
and
fine.
pubic region are shown. However, it is clearly a bodysuit.
Definitely, most definitely, that was not a
The fakest bodysuit since Henrietta and Evil Dead 2.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Two priests crudely describe the act of young women flashing their breasts.
The boobies.
The boobies.
The boobies.
Yes.
In a close-up shot, the outline
Really,
of
that
a man's
bothers you?
penis is seen in tight bikini shorts.
Yes, the
Yes,
therapist.
before he's slaughtered.
Before he's
A man is
disemboweled.
implied to be receiving oral sex. References to this are also made shortly afterwards.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mouth raping grandma.
Yep.
Let's see. Three women are shown sitting around a man on a bed.
Yeah, that's
Two of the women's
nuns.
cleavage are prominently shown. I can't talk today.
Yeah, that's
Shown as the
That's
bend
the
forward.
priest. That's
Yeah.
the bullet sucking scene. I don't think you were. I don't think
yeah.
you missed.
You
You
missed
missed that
I
one.
missed some of this because
Yeah.
I had parental duties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So no, they're
No, you didn't have parental duties. You
and
had
but it
demon
was
duties.
cleavage. It wasn't like full
You
on
missed the
boobies.
best scene in the crawl space too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Was he whacking in the crawl space?
That was the
No.
there was the reference.
No.
It's like I don't. It's like I know what you do. I know what you're thinking. You don't want to think about Fernell pleasuring himself in your crawl space. You know, I didn't have those words formed in my head, but now that you've said it, yes, that's exactly what I
Right? All because they were looking for a box of vintage porn.
Yeah.
That's what they were
Yeah,
looking
it's like,
for.
have you seen a box of vintage porn which he
No,
had
no.
upstairs? And he's like, just like so looks so irritated. He's like, no, I haven't seen that. I do consider that mine.
Yeah.
I missed this one. A man is shown crucified on a wall with his intestines.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, that's
That's
the
the
therapist.
therapist.
That's the
Yeah.
therapist.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because he thinks that she's
And that's-
acting funny. So
You see the outline of his penis, and then he gets crucified on a wall, and you see him
Yeah.
disemboweled for several scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they bring it back in pictures.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
And
they all
everybody
get sick.
pukes.
Throws up,
They all
yeah.
throw up.
Let's all go to the living room where there's less vomit.
They'll look
Right.
at Jack. No, I'm good. I'm good.
There's a minute and a half where they're all vomiting on each other.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
So the
amazing.
best, easily, if you can't tell by now, the best thing about this movie is it's
Ghost
infinitely
Dog.
quotable.
It's so quotable. It's definitely a. Not something for anyone under the age of 18, for the most part, but it was very.
Well, any
enjoyable.
movie can be not for someone.
Yes,
18.
but that one was really a little much.
It's a lot more than you'd expect from the guys that did Night at Museum and Herbie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, the thing is, if you're gonna let your children involve themselves in things like this, you have to sit and explain it to them, so that they know.
Yeah.
Like Charlie.
Yeah.
Kind of scared of things until Hank Chris slathered it on him, and he went, "Oh, now I'm a zombie." Okay.
And,
Okay, I'm not
Becca,
scared of
and
these
then
anymore.
she got ruined, and decided, hey, look, the harvest moon means first their blood on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So what? Yeah, but you did miss the scene with Ricky, and whenever Ricky said she went full frontal, she went real full frontal.
Oh, did
Yeah.
she?
Real full.
I mean,
Real full frontal.
like
Yeah.
it was all there.
she's
Okay.
manicured.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very well.
Because I have to go rewatch this.
Like,
Yeah.
Rib
almost
bones.
disgustingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You can see
not
ribs.
really attractive. Like,
No.
Oh,
It almost
Italian runway
looked like-
models?
you know, it kind of reminded me of like when you have a naked Barbie. It's kind of what it reminded me.
yeah.
It was not even a good kind of naked. It was like naked Barbie. It was.
You're body shaming Garfunkel and Oates
Well,
here.
that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I'm not body
Barbie
shaming. I'm just
shaming?
saying that when you think of like a full frontal net, you think it's sexy and all that, but it was more
It's not.
humorous than
No,
it was anything.
It's all,
Yeah, it was.
everything in this movie is played for laughs.
I think
Yeah.
I'm offended by the Barbie shaming.
Well, you know.
A couple of goofs when the police speak with the priest hanging out around their police car. You can see the camera tripod reflected in the priest with the beards, glasses as he's moving.
There's a lot of aviator shades in there.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's lots
Right.
of that.
And when the cops are interrogating them in their home with Marjorie and Fresnel,
For now.
For now.
Nail.
For now.
Yeah,
an
there's
S
a
in
point
it.
where he's...
Yeah, I know that he spelled it in the movie.
oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be their child's middle name.
Jesus.
Jack turns his head to look at Vanessa, but is cut off before fully turning his head. By the next shot,
He's facing.
the next
straight
shot,
ahead.
his head is looking straight forward.
So it's like,
Oops.
Okay.
Maybe it's a little jig dance.
right? But
That's all they really got, I guess.
My favorite is when they come out after the
So,
first scene and he carries her out. And
I wonder if
she's
the person that entered that into the
She's
Internet Movie
automatically
Database considered that a good, valuable use of time.
I
That
happen
would
to-
be like the guy that does the 10 things wrong with this movie in so many seconds, and yeah.
But here's the thing: when you're watching a movie that is a comedy horror, you expect to laugh, and I
yeah.
laughed a lot in this movie,
Tremendously.
and it is definitely one that I will watch again. It was a terrible movie, but it was a fantastic movie, all rolled into one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's some people that say some movies are fantastic, and they are absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
We know this firsthand.
Yeah, we do.
So.
And if you're wondering if you can determine whether it's going to be a comedy movie, the tagline is "The Devil Got a Baby Mama." So if you're looking at the poster and you're like, "Hell, baby, that might be our Devil Got a Baby Mama," you think that's going to be funny?
Oh, it is hilarious.
This may be a serious film. I don't know if I need to watch that.
It's not at all Rosemary's Baby.
No.
Not even close.
No,
There's a couple of nods to it. But
There
that's
was.
it.
There definitely
well,
was.
yeah.
But it was definitely on Rosemary's Baby's on one end of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Hell Baby's on the complete opposite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
You don't. There's no obscured shots of just baby eyes in the end. There's a literal hell baby on screen.
Yes. Like the little fat cherub devil that you see tattooed on bikers. It's what it kind of looks like.
with an extremely long umbilical cord that it
like
can control.
yeah,
Yep. It's sort of like the beginning of Hellboy.
a little
Oh, yeah,
bit.
a
Yeah,
little bit.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
except the baby looked more like the zombie babies that Spirit sells. Spirit
Yeah, a little
Halloween
bit.
style.
okay.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, just thinking, I was like, where have I seen that baby before? Oh, it's like the
Maybe
babies
that's
that-
where they got it. Maybe.
Could be. They wouldn't bought it. They were like, let's make a move.
Let's
Yeah.
do this.
The moment the baby like starts getting thrown around, I always get flashbacks to It's Alive. Classic.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. What? I stubbed my goddamn toe.
I like when he's singing the little hush, little devil baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
And
It's
this-
okay, little devil baby. Ain't nobody gonna want to hurt you in here.
They spent $2.5 million
Yep.
making it, and it grossed 4,800.
4,800.
That
4,800.
sucks.
That's it, really?
That is it. Yes, but it
I miss
totally.
looking at that.
It totally is worth the watch. I mean, sometimes
Oh,
we're
'cause
like,
it's not
we're not really, we don't really. And
If I
this
re-
is definitely one that
I think this was an opening weekend drop from the studios, if I remember right.
probably.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't on IMDb.
And
That's
this
why
was
I didn't
Katie's
mention
pick.
that.
This week was Katie's pick, and
Mhm.
she did an amazing
It
job.
was a great job.
Yay.
At first, we weren't know what we were going to watch because she
We
kept
had no
going, what about
idea.
this one?
What about this one? No, wait.
I don't like this
Well,
one.
this is the first one we had decided on, and then
This is the one I wanted to show you, but I was afraid y'all were going to think it's too stupid and hate it.
Oh, honey. You
I'm
have
sorry,
not
but
seen-
were you in the room with us? We were all
we
laughing
need
our
to-
butts off.
We definitely need to show her Trevenge, and she will
Oh, yeah.
not think anything she
No,
I
ever
was
picks
going to
is
no,
say,
dumb.
she won't.
you haven't been around us quite enough to go, they're going to hate it.
Just don't watch
Because we
Snow
watched some
Shark.
stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean,
You
we
can't
watched
even
one called
figure that
Trevenge.
one out on
It was-
acid or any kind of drug known to man. There's no way.
We tried to watch one called Snow Sharks once. We couldn't make it 10 minutes.
Just, yeah.
It was bad.
We did watch one, however, that was called Trevenge. And
Yeah.
it was only 14 minutes
14
long,
minutes
the whole
long.
thing.
The whole thing.
And it was at Christmas. We had the big Christmas party. We put it in, and oh my God, the longest 14 minutes of my entire life. When it was terrible. But let me tell you, we sure as hell got a laugh out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, see, according to what I'm seeing here, it said it got a gross revenue of $8,785.
Well, that must have gone up.
okay.
And the estimated budget was $2.5 million. You know, the people are like, damn.
What'd they spend that money on?
Here's $2.5 million. Y'all make me a movie. Okay, it's gonna be hilarious. Everybody gonna laugh and people are gonna buy it. You only made $8,000. I gave you $2.5 million. You give me $8,000 back.
well,
That's when you hope the guys with the trench coats don't come knocking on your door.
they've dealt. I mean, Garant and Lennon have dealt with that before. Like they know how to make bankable movies, but there's always like the movies that just don't hit, and they're kind of surprised by them.
Yeah.
I'm sure even
This is
Blumhouse has
definitely-
had that, or Lionsgate's had
I mean,
that.
and this one is definitely, you know, it should have done better.
Then
I had never even,
$700.
yeah, but I had never heard of it,
No, I neither.
and so, and
I had, but only in the worst possible scenarios. I heard about it as a complete box office bomb, and people like lambasting it all over the place. So I let it just sit there on the shelf until it was like $2, and I'm like, it's got Key in it, and it's written by Thomas Lennon. I'm gonna buy it.
His favorite thing to do when we had that store called Hastings. You remember that? You guys
That was
remember
where I
We
got
had
it.
one of those stores?
we
Yeah.
did once upon a time.
That's
His
where I got
favorite
it.
thing was to do a date night. So we'd go over there and we'd try and find as many movies under a price limit and to see how many of those we can get. And most
Yeah.
of them were the horror genres. So they were like
Yeah,
$2 to
we-
$5. And so we'd grab a whole bunch of them and
Yeah.
bring them over. And
That's
subject
how we
Heather
ended up
to
with Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was pretty good.
Or what is it?
What
Is it?
That was
Sharktopus
that is fun.
versus.
That is funny because it was always the stuff that didn't sell or
Yeah.
rent here
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
here. So that would be B-rate horror, but it would also be A-list art films and foreign films. So
Yes.
like that was
Yes.
where that was like I would get both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. No, you were talking about Mecha
like-
Shark versus whatever.
Shark,
Do you
yeah.
remember Sharktopus versus Terracuda?
Yes.
That one was terrible.
It
But
was
watched
even
it.
Mega Shark versus Colossus.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was. We watched.
We watched all kinds of
We watched the entire spectrum of movies. Some are fantastic, and they're beautiful and
Yeah.
they're
Vivid
well done.
and-
And then there's others that are.
What the fuck are we watching?
Why are we watching this? I don't understand. We're killing our brains.
And
cells.
then we're
there's
and
the
then
ones
we're
in the
like,
middle.
who picked this?
All right. So to continue this into a personal dialogue, do y'all have any guilty pleasure movies?
Define guilty pleasure.
Guilty
movies.
pleasure movies are like with this. Katie was sort of ashamed to bring it out because she's like, "This is really stupid, but I enjoy it."
Yes, and
So-
I'm going to subjugate you to one of them next.
Okay. What about you? A movie that you know is stupid, but you still love it.
Oh,
Fess
Me.
up.
I was just daydreaming about my little lady in the shower.
Wow. Wow.
So wrong on so many levels.
No, actually, I
We're all
don't-
just
I
people.
don't.
You have a
really.
huge psyche there that needs
Yeah.
to be explored.
Yeah,
We're all
it was
just
just
people.
it just brought back memories when she opened that curtain. And it was, ooh.
I'm trying to think. What is my
I don't
guilty
have a
pleasure?
guilty
If there's
pleasure
any
one.
that-
therapists
I don't
out
have
there,
one that I would say is. I'm embarrassed if someone else watched it because
I'm past the point of
Showgirls?
embarrassment.
Oh no, I'm not embarrassed by anything I
I'm
watch.
past
I think
the- I'm-
Sharknado has to be my guilty pleasure.
yeah.
Okay.
All the Sharknadoes.
That's a pretty-
I was gonna say
that's a
which
pretty
one,
common
but we've watched them all.
But we've seen them all. I mean,
Yes.
that one's a pretty. I mean, everybody seems like they know that. I'm trying to think what would be one that.
I liked
Not all
Eight-Legged Freaks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I can see
That
that
was
one.
really good. I
Yeah.
liked that one.
It's a good
Ticks.
creature flick. Huh?
Ticks.
Okay.
I don't
Texas.
think I've seen that one.
Mike hasn't seen it either. And they're like
There was a
genetically
period of
altered
time that I
ticks.
just didn't do creature features.
Yeah, but it's totally terrible and bad. But
yeah,
I've seen it probably 75 times. I don't know.
I've seen it the once, but yeah,
Grabbers.
I know what you're talking about.
I like Grabbers. It
that
was
was
a
on
good movie.
That was on today. I didn't get to watch it though.
It's from Ireland. It's from
So
Ireland. It's real- I
freaking
thought it was
slow.
good.
What
It's
is
so
what is
stupid.
this?
There's not enough whiskey.
Grabbers?
Okay.
Grabbers.
It's an Irish.
It's an Irish horror film.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's alien based. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's about kind of like
so bad.
they like land in the ocean and then they start coming on and they kind of look like critters with tentacles. It's kind of weird.
Tentacrittles.
Yeah, tentacrittles. I don't know. I guess
I don't know. I'm making up my own stuff over here.
Criticals.
I don't know. I guess I would say that maybe a guilty pleasure film for me that I really don't watch that often. Maybe Species.
No, he watches Hellraiser all the
love Hellraiser.
time.
I said
Yeah, but
Species.
That's not a
That's
guilty
not
pleasure.
a guilty
That one-
pleasure. That's
that
a
one-
good one.
That's just a
I
pleasure.
just got that.
That's just pleasure.
No, guilty pleasure would be like me saying, even though I watched it recently and I know it's stupid, it's real stupid, I unashamedly love Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I guess mine would be probably Species. Because it's one of those, it's like, it's
Are
got
we
a really
sticking?
good plot.
Wait,
and-
no,
and
because you
stuff,
said
but-
Howard the Duck, and
and you're
Howard
like,
the Duck's
oh,
not
look,
really
alien
horror.
porn.
I know it's
so-
not horror, but
that's
I
his
just
guilty
thought
I would
pleasure.
that
have to
was
say
like-
Rocky Horror Picture Show for me
Yeah.
then. I mean, because I am watching that every year from October, in the beginning of October, sometimes, maybe in between.
I think my
like-
other one would have to be Shock Treatment. Shock
Which is
Treatment.
the
Yeah.
sequel.
Which is
Yeah.
the
Which is
sequel to
sequel.
that, but it is totally
Dun, dun.
yes.
Of course, we also have one too. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, we watch a lot of kid movies. We have
Yes.
children.
That
It
would-
happens.
It's not really Halloween,
Yeah, I would
but it's not
consider
really
that one's not really guilty
Christmas.
pleasure.
No,
I mean, all
It is when
shock,
you-
I will tell
shock
you-
treatment might
Yeah.
qualify on
Yeah,
that.
a little bit.
I don't know. Pretty much for us, it's if you slap the name horror on it, we're probably going to go, oh, let's watch that.
Which we have.
Which we have. And then
Lots
we're
of
like,
them.
this is not horror.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Who put that label on there?
right? But I don't know.
stupid Netflix.
I do
Cure
find
for
myself.
wellness.
I do find myself.
my God.
Even when my children weren't here for the past, week and a half, I found myself like watching like cartoons and like what was the one?
I love me some Thundercats.
No. I'm talking about like the newer cartoons, like
Oh.
Gravity Falls.
We
I
got
love Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls is
It's
amazing.
And then
it's
Star.
like Erie, Indiana for a new generation.
Yeah, it's like Star versus the Forces.
And
of
then it's
Evil.
H.P. Lovecraft for the last 5 episodes.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
It's really good and it's
Haven't seen it.
funny. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah, we got Hulu, and the first thing we did was we
Watch
grinded
Gravity
through.
Falls.
We grinded through all of Steven Universe.
Yeah, Steven Universe. But yeah, so
So-
we tend to watch just randomness. I mean, if it's on and it looks remotely interesting, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, conversations with us are kind of interesting because one minute we're quoting horror movies and then we'll follow that up with like something from Shrek.
When I get
We
home,
have layers.
I'm making waffles.
It's so weird in this group because, we go from talking very highly educated because we are very intellectual people to resorting to one-liners.
I have a screwdriver.
But you don't have a red stapler.
Well, last week we had Wicker Man, which was an academic sort of
Right.
movie.
And
This
this
is not.
and
This
I
week is-
love it.
This is-
And then we, occasionally we throw in some song lyrics, and we just kind of wait to see who in the room is going to pick up that song. And
Oh yes.
it never fails. Somebody else knows it.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's it sober.
Don't sound so excited.
Drunk, we're a little bit nuts.
And here's the thing. We all have a very vast. How do I want to put this.
I have a screwdriver.
Oh, just say it.
We all have this vast, like, outlook on everything. We're going to watch a little bit of everything, whether it's good, whether it's bad. We're going to listen to something. Hey, this may not be good to you, but here, let you listen to it. You might like it.
True.
But that's what makes us all so different. But it's also what brings us together, because then we all love horror. And so it's like you throw in, I like the terrible B movie horrors, and I like this,
and you like
foreign. I'm a very big foreign.
Have you watched them yet?
I have not. It's in my list.
It's amazing.
I started it when we were at the hospital.
Is it as bad as it's promoted?
How do you mean?
Well, like, it's on Amazon, and they're actually still promoting it. The scariest thing coming out of Europe.
Do you know what them is?
I watched about 15 minutes of it and got tired of reading.
Them is the original The Strangers. Like, it's
okay.
Supposedly like The Strangers is a remake of them.
Oh.
I don't remember the opening scene in Strangers.
No, it's a completely different movie,
Yeah.
but it's what it was a remake of.
Okay.
Right.
Because I was like...
So the creepiest thing about that movie is that instead of it being 3 high school age kids, one of them is like 7.
Oh, yeah?
That's in the terrorizing group. And he's like, I'm just playing. And it becomes insanely creepy in the final act.
Now, I only watched about the first 5 or 10 opening sequence, 5-10 minutes or whatever.
It is real tense. It is a very tense movie.
And to me, it kind of seemed like that one monster movie you had me watch, where you were like, it looks like a cross between a xenomorph and Godzilla.
Oh, that was the one where with the little girl and her mother.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's kinda like
I
the
can't
opening
remember
scene
exactly
of
what
them.
that one was called. This little girl and her
The
mom,
monster or
and
monsters?
the mother is like a drug addict, and she's taking her daughter to her dad, and they have a wreck, and then there's an ambulance, and there's this creature in the woods. Yeah.
It was like
I
monster
saw
or
that.
something.
I saw that when we were in Florida.
Yeah.
Florida?
We were watched in the hotel room.
Florida. I think the last time we took a trip and watched some in a hotel room, it was Euro trip.
Wow.
I hate being in a hotel room in a different time zone. I'm all messed up.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean Saturday Night Live's not on yet? And I'm checking my watch. I'm like, oh, I gotta wait 2 more hours.
Yeah. What do you mean it already came on? Oh, that was an hour ago. Okay.
Wait, didn't we just see this at home? What the hell?
What's worse is if you like take a trip to Hawaii or something, people are calling you, did you see? No, it's not on for another 5 hours. Shut up. I don't know. It was kind of a funny movie.
It
though.
was.
I
It
liked
was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
That's a good
it.
pick.
It was a
Way to
great
go,
pick.
Kate. I wish I'd seen it all. Could have been
You
funny.
had demon
Duty.
duty.
Demon duty.
Demon duty.
You had demon duty.
If they'd
Double
thrown
D.
that thing around a little more, they'd have probably had some demon duty on them, too.
Some big old,
Go back to hell, you
some big
demon
old
baby.
dog pup. Gotta get the big old dog pup.
Dog pup.
Oh my gosh.
Go back to hell, you demon baby.
Yeah.
Shoot him, shoot him. No, I trust him. He's a good shot. He's a good shot. Oh, shit.
We're all kind of just down tonight.
Who's down?
We're done.
We're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is that we enjoyed it, and it's great. And
I'd probably
you don't want to
watch
really
it again.
I will definitely watch it again.
I honestly can't believe it only made 8,000. I would have figured it would have built up enough cult following, like scary.
Well,
scary
that
movie
doesn't
or-
take video into account, so
Right.
it was only
True.
2.5 million. I'm sure it made it back in the video.
Oh, I'm
probably.
sure.
Right.
I'm sure at $2 a piece. It took a while.
Well, and he is hilarious. I absolutely love him. I saw him, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Hey, Ron,
Hey,
D
Ron.
nice,
What do you nice?
Balaki." I liked Balaki.
Yeah, the one of the other selections we had was Freaks in Nature, which also features Key.
It does, and
As
it's
a math
hilarious.
teacher.
I love
Vampire.
it. Yes, that definitely needs to be a watch for another time.
It will
because
be.
It's really good.
We're still waiting on this one over here to make her pick, though.
Yes,
Oh, I've made my
She
pick.
said she's made it.
She's the last
Oh, you
in
haven't made
line
it?
before
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the last in line before we start over again.
Yes. And I'm going to totally subjugate you to this one, and you're going to hate me for it, but I don't care.
Mine is.
You're picking a rom-com? Those are pretty scary.
No.
I will not watch that. I'm not a romantic comedy.
We'll just slap the word horror on it. And Heather's like,
No.
oh, horror. Okay, we'll watch some
We're
horror.
going to show her May.
May?
I'm not a chick flick kind of girl. I'm just not. It's not my. I don't want to cry. I don't want to. No.
I don't want happy feelings.
In my household too, to not like rom-coms, because that's what my mother always wants to
It's
watch
okay.
together.
You and I can go watch something else.
Yeah.
No rom-coms.
No.
No, we don't know.
What if you just took Pretty in Pink and made it a horror movie?
That would work.
That would work.
Ooh, Ducky Goes Crazy.
He's the serial killer next
That would
door.
be awesome.
That would be good.
He's a serial killer
He's
next
a
door.
stalker.
Okay, so while waiting for everybody to get here earlier.
He wouldn't even have to change his wardrobe.
No, he wouldn't.
not at all.
No, not even.
But Heather and I were just chit-chatting while making dinner and whatever, and I came across this question that said, if you could have a spin-off from any horror movie, what would it be?
A spin-off?
Yeah.
A backstory, a sequel, a character takeoff.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly what I said though. There was several. We've talked about
Here's
several.
Here's what you said. I might have to think on that.
I did say that, didn't I? What the shit?
No, I thought there was. I read some of the comments in it, and one of them was like, backstory to the preacher and Poltergeist 2. And
I think the one that most intrigued me was for Jason doing a prequel with his mom and him as a child before he drowns and how she goes crazy and that kind of thing, which would be pretty interesting
So you
to
could still
watch.
Might not be a horror movie. Might just be a drama at that point.
Oh wait, didn't
No.
they do that with Psycho?
I mean, you could make it psychological, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not if you still keep the Jason's drowning towards the beginning,
Yeah.
like in the first act, and then there's some filler of her going, building up that craziness, and at the end she just goes at it.
What if you just did Friday the 13th from the mom's point of view the entire time?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. Somebody needs to get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the other one with Halloween with Dr. Loomis.
Yes.
And the question with the guy in the cemetery
In the cemetery, the guy that's telling him a story,
about
and
something
then he
that
gets
happened in a
to
town
a
over.
location, and Loomis is like, "Great, I'll see you later." One guy was like, "I want to know what that graveyard story was." I
Right.
want the
Well,
finish
what
of
was
it.
that? I mean, was that a great thing? Was it a terrible thing? I mean, come on, give us some more.
Give us more. Give us more.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so if you could take any serious horror film
Serious.
and
horror
turning
film.
into a movie like Tonight, what would you
Okay.
do?
What horror movie pissed me off? Dead Girl.
Dead Girl? Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Oh, that'd be a difficult one to put into this kind of this scenario.
We
kinda.
play enough Cards Against Humanity and awful Jackbox games. You could probably make that subject matter into a comedy.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yes.
Just
The first one or
the
second
movie
one?
Aliens.
The whole damn series of them.
The whole world?
Be like a scary movie.
The whole from beginning of Alien to Aliens to all the Requiems. I could just have a field day with that shit.
Alien vs. Predator was almost
a parody.
a parody.
A little bit. In that it really didn't take care of the source material.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like
And-
Left
But
ton-
on it- but
left
on
tons
it-
of holes.
Well, that and the fact that he won't go check a damn noise out now.
That's my job.
okay.
That's my
You know
job.
what scene we're talking
Always
about?
has been.
You know
Yeah.
the scene I'm talking about?
I know that particular scene. I have not seen the movie in its entirety, but I do know that scene.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, this is a day of equilibrium. You can do anything I can do. You go check the damn noise.
I always check the damn noise though.
That's right, because you sucked out the window by an alien.
You know,
So I have a feeling I know what Katie's answer is.
Okay, Katie. Come on.
Ooh, that look.
Me on the spot.
That look.
Well, the idea of this would be to take down a horror movie you want to see taken down a peg, and I can only think of one movie which actually did get parodied already.
Yeah, it did. A little bit.
What?
A little bit.
Why don't you
Which
clue her in? Because
What
she's
horror
lost
movie will
over
you
there.
not watch again?
The horror movie you will never watch again.
Oh, Sinister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now put it
Which
into
already
a movie like this.
has had a little parody.
I got one to add to that. Exorcist.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And I
Chris
know
cannot stand
everybody.
Repossessed is amazing parody.
I know.
Yeah, it's okay.
One that I think would be pretty fun, and it's not, well, there's two. One is Amityville, because I hate that movie. I cannot stand that movie.
I'm gonna get you that snow
It'll
globe.
be real hard to do that whole incest and family murder thing into a comedy standpoint,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could do it. I mean, come on. And,
Well, yeah,
and
the
Omen.
eyes of Jodie could be, not red. They could be like little emojis.
Or The Omen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Omen?
Yeah.
I can't find
Omen
an
is
Omen
already
snow globe.
really campy, even though it's got
I'm
Gregory
doing
Peck in it.
this for
Yeah.
you, Damien. I should be like stripping instead of jumping off the building.
Wow.
I
Inappropriate.
watched that one. I'd watch that one.
After the one we watched tonight, I don't think that's very inappropriate at all.
Her name was Fanny. She was such a naughty nanny.
Yeah.
Fanny the nanny.
Uh-huh.
Auntie Fanny. Watch your gas. Sorry. Went back into cartoons a minute.
We were using our mouths. Jesus.
That kind of made my brain hurt a little bit. Right in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so you started this trend back when we did the first watch and review.
Mm-hmm.
So the positive and the negative.
On this movie?
Yes.
Okay.
You made me do it to the one I picked.
All right, so who wants to take the positive that it's Key?
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you. I like that part.
Other things, Key, like, even if, like, we showed this to my cousin.
Yeah.
He hated it.
Absolutely hated it.
Absolutely hated it. But he said at least Key was in the movie.
Huh.
It's like, he said yes. Basically he said all the scenes with Key kept him watching it. Which he's not like he's a secondary character, but he's in most of the movie still.
He's like a comic relief.
Yeah.
Gotta have
And
a
a
comedy.
comedy.
Amongst the comedy.
Right?
It's like, you're not funny enough.
Too much
Send in
comedy.
Key.
But Corddry's not bad in this. He's not always successful, but I know what Corddry was going for in this movie. Is he's supposed to be the more realistic reaction to someone being in a horror movie? Because, normally, people give an arched eyebrow or, like, a shocked expression. He's just sitting there going, like, what the? Seriously?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite one is after she calls off the dog and he says, seriously?
Yeah, he's, like,
Yeah.
jumping up and down.
Yeah.
What was he trying to do at that time? He was.
Bury the body.
Oh yeah, he's
the
trying to
body.
bury the body, and then there's like the dog, and she takes it, makes it go away.
When did you start speaking Bull Mastiff?
And there's like
Rottweiler.
there's like 3 scenes where these boxes keep stacking themselves.
I love that one.
And it just like he like turns around and it's a whole wall of boxes, and he turns around and the whole doorway's full.
Oh, and then he pulls the box, and there's the naked old lady.
Mrs. Newsbaum
And
again.
that's when we get, I am so sick of being startled.
Yes.
I know the first time he did that, they had the stack of boxes. It was great because he turns around and he goes, "Fuck."
It was almost it was a very real reaction to that one. It was almost like he was turned around doing something, and then like the set
Production
crew
just set it
they
up
just
for
like,
you.
they're like, watch this shit, and set him up. What the fuck?
Because there's like a momentary pause where he's just like sitting there looking at a perfect stack of boxes, like, what the fuck?
It's like you can almost see it in his head. This wasn't in the script, right?
Yeah.
They're screwing with me again. Damn it, I know it.
I don't know. Like negatives, like the ones the po' boy scenes fall flat the most.
Yeah.
And it's a shame to say because the cops are did get me to laugh for a little bit, but they're also probably the weakest link. I don't.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Frustrated with them really quickly.
Yes.
Because they're being jerky cops.
Well, they're parroting every single horror movie cop you've ever seen,
Yeah.
where they're like all in your face, even when there's no reason to be.
Calling
Like,
you nicknames.
oh, buddy,
Were they-
Shakespeare.
Were they
like
parodying
pulls
Reno
up, he, like
911?
puts up his hand. Rinsoli, an Italian architect from the 18th century.
So were they trying to be Reno 911 cops?
I think they were trying to just, like you said, piece together every bad cop you'd seen in a horror
Reno
movie.
911.
In a horror movie.
It's like you two were bad, stupid cops. We're gonna be you, and let you see how everybody else felt.
Right. I think good and bad. It was really funny. It made me laugh. It did, however, have that very
It feels a lot
white people are stupid, and they think that, you know what I mean? It was like the whole. It's kind of hard to describe. It's like when a white person goes in a black neighborhood and they act like they don't know shit.
Okay.
You know, they're very naive and very, you know.
I think that's part of the. I get
know.
what you're
You see
saying.
what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but it might also be part of the horror trope because
It
I mean,
could be,
it like
yeah.
a common
Very-
a common theme of horror is to always be stranger in a strange land.
Right.
So like they go to a neighborhood that they say white people haven't discovered this neighborhood
Yeah.
yet.
White people don't even know about this neighborhood.
Yeah.
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 Well, they spend like a whole 45 seconds talking about how it's gonna be the up and coming neighborhood and like
Yeah. They'll
all
have
the
DJs in
hipsters
here.
Yeah,
are gonna
it's
be
the
coming
off
Lower
Garden
Garden
District.
District. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think that's what kind of the only complaint I had
So-
is it was more, I don't know. I'm very tired.
So
Yeah, me too.
from looping all the way back around to the first questions you had about like switching genres and switching tones. The opening credits of this feel very establishing, like an actual horror movie because it's all set in Louisiana post Katrina. So they're like have actual location shots of flooded out houses and everything, and it's a really unique and like really evocative setting. Like the
Right.
first, like just like looking at it, it's like you don't see this, and I would kind of like to see a genuine horror movie set in that time,
Right.
set in that environment. Because
Right.
I mean, I already had a New Orleans horror movie with the second Candyman movie.
True.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it I would like to see it in that environment because like
Right.
there would be a lot more to go. Of course,
Yeah.
it would probably be Candyman 1 meets Candyman 2. But
Probably. True. Yeah. From what I saw of it, I didn't
Can
see
you-
it all.
Could you imagine like a creature feature in post Katrina New Orleans
That would be fun.
that came in with like the hurricane?
Can you imagine?
Croczilla?
Beast of the Southern Wild.
I was about to
plus
say. There's a dramatic movie called Beasts of the Southern
Yeah,
Wild, which imagines post Katrina where they just walled off that part of Louisiana,
Right.
so everything's like flooded out and just beyond bombed out looking. There's a little girl taking care of herself or whatever. If you had turned that into a creature flick, that would be
I'd watch that.
that would be real
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Had a ponder on that one.
Ideas.
Yeah. But no, since I didn't get to see the whole film, what I did get to see of it, I hear growling.
Hold on, let me lapse into Chewini in a minute.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's Husky. I
No.
can't remember. I don't know. There's so many dogs in my house. I don't even know who's what.
There's a few.
We just unleashed the hellhound
We
pack.
did. We have quite
Unleash the
the.
hounds.
We kind of have a pack of hounds, don't we?
The
Yeah.
hounds
At
from hell.
least mine isn't whining this week.
Not as
He
bad.
was.
He was earlier.
Yeah, not as bad.
Oh,
There he
goes.
There he goes.
Gonna make a liar out of you every time.
From what I did see, though, I wasn't really fond of the strip club. Just like, oh, we're just going to throw this in here. Okay.
I think it was more the shock value that the priests were
Yeah.
in the strip club.
Probably.
Well,
You know.
the priests are supposed to be like action stars. Like
Yeah.
they've always got the aviator sunglasses on. And
Always
they're really-
smoking a cigarette.
Which, like I said, I do love that because although I like the movie, okay, one of the priests quotes the movie "Devil."
Devil.
Yeah, the one about the elevator,
Right.
With
Uh-huh.
like all, yeah, and he straight up quotes. I can't think of that actor's name. The guy that was in Ant-Man as well,
Oh,
Michael Pena. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he straight up quotes because if you watch that movie, Michael Pena has a lot of really goofy lines. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, if the devil's around, toast will always fall butter side up, butter side down.
Scott Pilgrim was in it?
Mythbusters proves it likes
Scott
to
Pilgrim?
fall that way anyways.
Yeah, because why? It's heavier on that side. Yes.
But yeah, they have one of the priests directly quote a line from that, and I loved that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, as much as I hate to say it, because I love Thomas Lennon and I love Robert Ben Garant, and they wrote the movie, some of their jokes might fall flatter than the cops.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the priests were a little over the top.
I think that was the whole point.
I mean,
of
I know it's
them.
supposed to be the whole point, but it was like over. It's
Yeah.
like you could go over the top,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was just like they took that one step further.
Yeah, I mean, you made you were reading that said that they ad-libbed the last scene.
Yeah.
and it was just like most of the scenes with the priests
Yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, like
Especially-
there's a lot of repetition, and there's a lot of repetition for joke's sake. Like
Yeah.
they show like it's like this is a crime scene photo that so gross. Super gross. Super gross.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, like when they were first introduced with the archbishop or whatever he
Yeah.
was, it's like they went through the whole thing, and he's like, okay, and then he started over, and he's like looking at him, like the actor was looking at him, like, are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All about the umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, it just opened up. It was so gross.
Yeah.
Okay, now get your ass out there and leave. Here's your next assignment.
Yeah.
I like that's the thing is also there's a lot of awkward comedy
Yes.
in this,
And I could have sworn that was Adrian Brody.
Not every tall man with a big nose is Adrian Brody.
Oh, okay.
No.
Can't lump them all together, Mike.
No, Mike.
That's profiling.
I'm sorry.
Bad director. No film for you.
You were saying? I'm sorry.
But yeah, there's a lot of awkward repetition comedy in there. So if that's not your bag, this movie will drive you up the damn wall.
Yeah. Like a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Hell, baby.
Hell, baby.
So, all right. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Have you made your choice? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are you ready?
Can't tell us.
Okay, don't tell us.
Remember?
Really?
It's been a surprise for
Are
all
you
of
sure?
us. Yes.
Yeah, we haven't been announcing
come
them.
have not been
Okay.
announcing.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
free to announce it if you want.
really?
Okay.
You
I mean,
can, but we haven't
Do you
been.
want?
Not a chance in hell you aren't gonna get it.
Well, I've I've been putting it on the website,
Yeah.
but we haven't actually been saying it during the shows.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're just wanting to hear our reaction on the mics.
I know what his reaction is gonna be, but
Yeah.
you're gonna have to wait and watch.
Do you want to see all the reactions on me? You said on the mics. I'm just feeling the spirit of the movie, you know.
You're just feeling it tonight, aren't
Feeling
you?
it tonight.
Oh, he's gonna feel it later, all right.
Oh, we don't need to hear that. That is not. That is not radio.
Oh,
talk.
did you think he was gonna have fun? No, honey. I'm
I've got a
talking,
fire extinguisher.
You know.
I'm good.
Not radio. Wait a minute. Not radio talk. If we pretended that this was family friendly.
Oh, no.
Never.
No, I'm
We
just
are
saying
far
that,
from
that
it.
I do not want to hear this on the radio.
Yeah. I have a fire extinguisher. I'm good.
Okay.
His safe word is kumquat.
I don't know what a quad is, but
His safe word has the word "come" in it.
yeah, exactly. Oh,
Wow.
all right. So yeah, hell baby this week. So, if we were going to go around and give either a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether
I think we're past the point on that one.
it's eat. Oh no, something some people would want to watch.
It takes a certain group.
Would it
If
be
you
recommended?
are morbid,
Would you recommend
and,
If
yes.
the only reason I would not recommend it is if you are against movies that sort of meander around. Because this movie's super short, but
Yeah.
it feels pretty long.
It does.
Because
feels
it
very long.
meanders everywhere. Like, scenes don't cut.
Meander as long as
Scenes
that.
are pretty long
Right.
all the way around and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of repetition, too.
Yeah.
I'd give it a thumbs up. I'd recommend it.
What about you?
I already said I would.
Okay.
Well, looky
I'll
there.
have to go back and watch the whole thing again before I give my.
You'll give it a
opinion
thumbs
on
up.
that.
Shower scene.
You'll give it.
I
You'll give
probably
it a
will.
thumbs up.
I mean,
know
just
you
what I
will.
saw of it, I think if you like a good comedy, I wouldn't put it up there with the same lengths as Shaun of the Dead or
No.
Tucker and Dale. but-
No.
It's
Different.
a different type of
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
This is definitely not.
This
that kind
is
of
this is
movie.
more
It's
along
fun.
the line of a better one of
kinda
the
like,
scary movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary movie, Stan Helsing, which I love Stan Helsing. That was funny.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, okay. All right. There we go. So, we have news this week.
We do, and it's great news,
It's
and it's
awesome
so
news.
exciting.
So, you can catch us and subscribe to us through
Google Play.
Google Play and
iTunes Store.
iTunes Store. But now, more than ever. Now, you can also catch us on iHeartRadio.
Yay!
So, if you prefer to have the
One more
iHeartRadio with you,
platform.
there you go.
Yeah.
We also do have a Tumblr now, but that's pretty
You
much
can listen
just-
to us at the gym.
Yes.
Right?
I
Totally.
guess.
Yeah.
That'd be an awesome thing if they were running and then they, started laughing and they laughed too hard and they missed a step and fell flat on their
I was just
face.
going to say, I don't know if they want to listen to us on the treadmill.
If
Because they'll
you
bust
break
out
it-
breaking.
if
But
we
it's
cut-
definitely a bike kind of show.
Yeah.
You could sit on
Yeah,
the bike
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
laugh.
It's a little harder to fall that way.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't want you to be bench pressing and all of a sudden there's a funny moment and you drop it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't kill yourself listening
Yeah.
to us.
Don't
Don't-
kill yourself listening
don't-
to us.
Yeah. Don't do a Final Destination on
Right.
while listening to us. We don't want that.
Yeah, no tanning beds.
Yeah.
And if there's something out there that you think we should watch, please
Yes.
let us know.
Yes,
On the
because
Facebook.
We
or
also have a new hashtag. Hashtag FC Watch and Review. And that's with an N, not an and.
Okay.
So FC Watch in Review.
come.
So,
tell us what you want us to see. Something that you think that we haven't seen already.
Yeah, tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
We're not Spice Girls.
I won't tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I want
Bed.
it. I want it. I want it. Oh. I heard a mashup of that with 9 Inch Nails. You can guess the song.
Yes, I
You
have
can-
said matchup.
You can find us on the Facebook.
Yes,
or
we're on the
on
Facebooks.
the Instagram,
The Twitters,
the Twitter,
and now on the Tumblrs.
and on the Tumblr. We are just out there. Find us.
Over.
We are trying to get out there, and
Yeah. Spread us around like it follows.
I was just fixing to say that. Just fixing to say that.
Yeah.
Or shivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Because if you subscribe, no.
Right. All right.
So there we go. Hell Baby, this week we will have a new movie for you to listen to next week and let us bash it and praise it and whatever else we're going to do.
Exactly.
So don't forget to subscribe to us now on iHeartRadio.
Oh, and before we hear from all these lovely people,
Yes.
happy 4th of July.
Yes.
Because we will be.
That will be this week.
That's
Mhm.
this week.
So yeah, gonna have a happy 4th.
Yes.
And don't blow your arm off.
Please don't, or eyes, or anything.
No bottle rockets up the nose.
Don't set your house. I almost said don't set on your house on fire.
Don't set on your house on fire.
That either. Don't set your neighbor's
I
house on
thought you were
fire.
going to say don't set on a firework, but
My big coach always said, "Don't set small fires because they're not covered by insurance."
yeah.
Okay.
If you're going to have one, make it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't just do the one bottle rocket in the house. Do them all.
Please don't do that.
No.
Please don't do that. Do not take that as us telling you it's okay. That you do not have our permission for that.
No. Don't be them college kids running around killing themselves all over the property.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
the suicide pact.
It's a suicide.
Suicide pact.
Alrighty.
So there we go, and we will catch y'all next week. And as always,
Stay scared.
Fear Central is a product of Thoughtbox Studios. Copyright 2017. For more information, visit thoughtboxstudios.com.